Mrs. Dixon says that I kept students out longer than any other state. That's just not true. I worked closely with my Republican and Democratic governors, and kids were out for 3 months.
This is shocking to me that she thinks that schools were only closed for 3 months, or maybe she thinks she can convince you that schools were only closed for 3 months, but you know better because your students are the ones that are desperately behind.
Michigan gubernatorial candidates clashing over draconian school COVID closures in their second and final debate. Tudor Dixon is the Republican candidate, and she joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. I watched the debate. How'd you feel about it?
I feel it was strong. We were able to call her out for what she's done over the past 4 years. And then, as you can see from that, she's not willing to admit to it. So the Michigan people got to see that she is going to try to rewrite history.
I want to ask you about that soundbite we just heard, because she said, I only closed schools we were in lockdown for 3 months, businesses, schools. She's now saying this morning, she's saying that's only a direct result of what she closed down. What's the truth?
The truth is that she changed over to the Department of Health and Human Services and forced them to close down schools. And the last time I checked, they do report to the governor's office. She had all the power in the state to say, no, we're not going to have our schools shut down. We're going to make sure our students are back in person learning, just like other states. When we look at, for example, the state of Florida, you saw that those students were sent back to school, and Governor DeSantis stood strong for the kids. Governor Whitmer did not, and she made it clear last night that she's willing to try to lie to the people of Michigan.
Yeah, and when you looked at the nation's report card, Florida numbers were really good. They were, I think, number 3 and number 4 in 4th grade math and reading. In your state, though, I mean, when you look at some of these schools, some of them were closed the majority of 2021. The kids were working remotely, and Ann Arbor even started 2022 working remotely. How did you fare when it comes to the nation's report card?
We're in the bottom 10. We're 9th from the bottom. That's where we are right now. That's how devastating the education system is in the state of Michigan. And no matter how many times we called her out for that and asked what her plan was to get these students back on track, she just diverts the blame. She won't talk about it. She doesn't have a plan.
She also is being endorsed by President Obama. He recorded an ad for her. Here's the TV ad. We are getting that ready for you.
Governor Whitmer is creating opportunities for all Michiganders to get ahead. And we can't let up. The stakes are too high. Governor Whitmer, keep moving Michigan forward.
Why not bring in Biden? Why have an ad from Obama?
Well, I think it's flattering that they are bringing in Obama, and I think we all know why they're not bringing in Biden, because the Biden-Whitmer agenda has been destructive for the state of Michigan and the United States in general. Even last night, when she was asked about the fentanyl crisis, she diverted from that and started talking about health care, and her own mother's battle with health care had nothing to do with what was happening in the fentanyl crisis, and certainly wouldn't address the border, because she's been very praised. She's come out and praised Biden on several occasions for his policies that have caused this record inflation, that have caused this rise in crime, that have caused the fentanyl crisis in the state of Michigan, which is serious, but she won't address Biden's policies. Now, of course, she's going to Barack Obama to try to bring back her base. And to me, it's very important that this is her trying to bring home the base. This is not trying to win over independents. This is not trying to win over Republicans. She feels that she is shaky with the base, and that's because people don't believe she did a good job in the last 4 years.
I know at one point in the debate they said, say something positive about your opponent, and y'all both commended each other for raising your girls. And you have four daughters, and you're a cancer survivor. Why do you want to go after the incumbent? Why did you want to get into politics?
Really, my 4 girls are a main part of the reason why, because I see the future in the state. The economic development is at a standstill in the state of Michigan. There are not the jobs that we need. We lost 82,000 jobs, and education, like I said, is in major decline. I want my kids to get a great education, but I love Michigan. I want my girls to stay in Michigan and come back to the state to work.
Isn't that all of our dream, our girls to stay close? Thank you so much. We wish you all the best. You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
2 more weeks. Hang in there.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.